April 9th at 7:01 p.m., the Village Council regular meeting. If you could please stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Lori Bordeaux, absent. Kelsey Cook.
Here.
Maureen Holland.
Yes.
Allison Kemp.
Yes.
Jacob Nicosia.
Yes.
Okay, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
There are no changes. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
The amended agenda.
Yes, the amended.
I'll support that.
Motion made by Tom, seconded by Tom, but the second one was sent out in front of us. Yeah. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries. Number 5 is placeholder for public hearings. There are none this evening. Number 6 is call to the public. If anyone would like to address council, please feel free to step up to the podium at this time. Seeing no one moving, we'll move to the consent agenda. Item 7.
There's no changes. I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda items 7A and B as presented. I'm sorry, to receive and file. Support.
You said 7A and D. Do you mean 7A 1 and 2 or 7A and B and then approve?
I can barely read. Let me try again.
Sorry.
I'll make a motion to approve consent agenda items A and B, including the bills in the $183,548.67. Support.
Great, thank you. Motion made by
I got the numbers right.
seconded by Nicosia. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Bordeaux is absent. Holland.
Yes.
Nicosia.
Yes.
Kemp. Yes. Cook.
Yes. Motion carries. Moving on to 8, unfinished old business, the PUD project update.
So I had a note in there, and I have new notes in there that Mr. Russell did come in after he returned from Florida, gave us a check, we mailed out the agreement to DTE. I reached out to DTE, they received the check on April 5th and the agreement, and he said we'd expect 45 days or before we have any construction schedule. That's for the light installation on the TV. So that was, middle of May, towards the end of May, maybe. I don't know, he didn't say that, I thought this was going to be scheduled, because before we have a construction schedule, we're going to actually do.
Thank you. Any questions from council or comments?
So that's just for lighting for the parking lot?
Yeah, the lights are purchased in the building, DT is going to do the installation when they can schedule. But they have received all the payments and the contract.
There's nothing further, we'll move on to 8B, the budget discussion.
Okay, not a whole lot to add, other than, we had a good, talk that night. I left it with the, budget surplus in there, we discussed potential use of that is, maybe some, paving and highway subdivisions. We talked about how we're being forced through our water lines to go to town, and it's not fair to the other side of town, say, well, we did see it 15 years, we've got all the water stuff, and we talked about it last year too, we had a price to go the main drag through there, we
what's the date for the first one?
Same.
Maybe 1 week.
So would that be the next regular meeting?
Okay, sorry.
I'll just check you out. And then budget adoption, taxation, and those, and so those will be on the next regular meeting.
Yeah, they're both on May 14th.
Both May 14th. Got it. Is there a motion to schedule those public hearings?
I make a motion to schedule a public hearing for the deliverable bills and violations. You put it on 2024 tax roll for the May 14th, 2024 regular council meeting.
And the budget adoption.
And to schedule the budget adoption taxation hearing for the May 14th, 2024 regular council meeting.
I knew you were going to say that, but I just want to help.
Motion made by Helen, seconded by Ken. Any discussion on that from the council? Okay, can that be done by roll call vote?
Yes.
Roll call vote, please.
Yep, yes. Virgil was absent, Nicosia,
Yes.
Ellen,
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries, great. Next is the contract award for the Park Street water main replacement paving project.
Okay, we have a recommendation of the roll in there and bid count, bid comparison below. On the bid tab, you'll see that it was, about 3.25% higher than the engineer's estimate. We did have a little more rough rate to it in regard to the sewer work we're looking to do beforehand. We're going to try to restore and have material back up. So some of that is being charged off the sewer account. But it was, made it easy because we had just done our due diligence and background and project verification with Hush Cave for our parking lot project, which is starting Monday. So, in fact, they were always going to release that, go through, check their numbers, and then come up with a plan to report it to them. So that's a recommendation to work with Hush Cave.
Thank you. Is that a not to exceed amount in the letter? Is that how you classify that, or that's
It will be that exceeding.
that's just the
That's,
amount?
yeah, that's what I know. Because if they have been more,
Right,
you know, we haven't added things to it, you know, it should hold it to the list.
right, okay.
Is Hutch going to do the paving and the water main?
Yeah, no, it's, the excavator. Dish shock, something like that. No, he wouldn't say that something like that. He can't do it.
Do they?
Yeah, he doesn't have the trucking and stuff like that. Boy, dish shock, some bell, I don't know if that's it.
So we're not just approving the contract for paving.
Yes.
Well, no, they're the general, they're a subcontractor.
Oh, okay.
So no, it's not paving, it's contractors do all the work. They have a subcontractor as part of the work.
The water main replacement subcontracted, pretty much.
They're what's
Saying that right?
yeah.
Okay.
They may be doing some of that stuff. Yeah, some of the excavators, the thing about the dish shocks. There's stuff.
You're awarding the contract to Hutch Paving.
Yeah, so that's full on.
Hutch Paving has other people do the parts.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the letter says Dutch plants complete all asphalt and concrete to build themselves. Okay. Got it. Over to award the Park Street.
Plastic, sorry, no, plastic.
Okay. Move to award the Park Street water main and paving project to Hutch Paving Incorporated for the sum of $731,148.57 from their bid.
Support.
Motion made by Cook, seconded by Helmut. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Nicosia,
Yes.
Ellen,
Yes.
Kemp, yes. Virgil was absent, and Cook.
Yes. Motion carries. Next is the consideration of bids for the Park Street sanitary sewer lateral connection replacement.
And I have the bid tabs on there, and I have the full bids here as well. So this is when we talked about, we didn't talk a little bit more about, I think, but we were a little startled at some of the laterals, part from Maine over to the end of the public park where the building connection meets the private line, gas and private line going home. And probably about 19 or 20 the plate that comes, it has a hull at the end. And then it goes, when you connect that hull to a straight line, like you put it in there, there's a gap. So the donut goes in, it's got a fin that will slide into the donut, and it's got some center piece of fins on it, so then it's gas tank that slide into there. It's made by for 20 days, and I used to work there years ago and made it myself. So, that's how they connect. And those are, after 50 years, they allow a lot of integration.
Yeah.
So they have a newer one connection. We'll cut that hull off. So it's more of a straight pipe, different sizes, different materials, but still the connection, and then that connection now has steel bands over it. And we help it sturdy as well as tighten down better.
So, are we saying, so we have the sewer main in the road, and then the lateral comes off of the main
To the property line.
to the property line?
Right line.
Okay, so you're saying, I guess, in the Oxford Village ordinance, is that publicly owned? Because in most, all the communities I've seen,
Those are private.
they're private, from the home all the way to the sewer.
So after the right of way, where I always go, is the right of way line.
We do most other communities too, pipe, like the water main goes from, water main to stop box is public and then stop box and it's private.
This is
Sewer
about the
is
same location.
the whole way.
But we never, the sewer's always been the homeowners.
Yeah, that's, I always
I think you're right at the stop box of the house.
Right, for water, but for sewer, we've always, my office, just from my own experience, my office does anything, the house to the main is private, which we can pay for private, but I'm just wondering if the village considers that private, like, are we doing work on private property in the village
It's
ordinance?
underneath the road and it's underneath the right of way, so I understand that as in the private, or as in the public park. That's how I always dealt with them over the years, like we had things like clause, we say, hey, your clause in between the donut connection or the sidewalk and the house, that's up to you. If your house going out, you do the repair. If it's from there out to the road, we will do the repair.
So our office handles that,
All the
especially
way to the main.
all the way to the main, especially for PA 222, like, if there's a clause, there's tree roots right up to the main, but it's not coming in through the main, we
You take care of it.
do not, so only if
So you take it private all the way from the house to the main.
we do.
Underneath
In
the
all the communities we operate.
Even underneath the right of ways.
Yep.
That's what the village has always done in the past.
That's why I'm wondering, what is it written in our code? We just need to acknowledge whether we're doing work on private property here.
We will check it out.
Yeah, the streets, actually, if it becomes village property, like a typical country road, you own the middle road, right? Your neighbor owns the middle road, you own the middle road, and then there's an overlay of county road commission right of way. And even though the person who owns the middle road, people always take the position that the right of way line is public domain, and that's where kind of water box stop, that's why we do the water box curb stop there too. Because when the curb stop in, that's technically village property.
We better take a look at that.
What are you saying that is always, but I agree with what I'm saying.
You agree with Kelsey?
Yeah, she's agreeing with what you're saying.
Okay, that's why I'm just curious, because it's fine, but I don't wanna, like, for example, all the trees that are in the right of way, those aren't responsibility of the homeowner, you know, those are the right of way.
If the trees in the right of way is upset in the sidewalk or caused on the sidewalk, we are responsible for that tree. We take that tree down at our cost.
Okay,
And any damage caused by that tree.
okay,
That's why I was suggesting we put one back in, put it behind the sidewalk.
right.
That way her tree, we're out of that point. They start keeping the sidewalk. If we want one that's keeping the sidewalk, and it's on the backside. Because the right of way can start from the back.
Do we need to act on this time?
We are, there's some time constraints because we want to get this work done by, the road project not supposed to start like 4th of July.
So we gotta
We were hoping to get that May and June as a window to do it.
So we gotta approve this, but subject to us checking,
Or we can put it on our budgeting agenda.
or you can do that, right?
Yeah. I would want to go to the next month because they have scheduled, they have no.
I feel comfortable or comfortable with it.
Just whatever I just want us to be, guys, because I want to know, and I'm trying to articulate this before, Joe, I'm sorry, I'm just bringing it up now.
I've always dealt with like out in, mentioned about you want to make sure we're doing private property. My belief was that, yes, we own that line over to the public. So that was why I thought, no, we're not going to try it, we're starting here, going backwards to levels.
Yeah.
I've always seen them do that part of it, but again, I didn't back review your ordinance, but that's specifically, I didn't, I what you were saying about your belief that it private was all over the main. I've never,
It could be this hub thing, you know, that's, I had a general idea with this, maybe the infrastructure was different, and you could tell where the
done through interest earnings the last year or so. That's how it. We probably made 40,000 last year, a little more than that probably. And so at our next budget workshop, I'll bring some options. You know, we have the flat fee, the regular sewer fee, sometimes called, and then we have your usage fee. And then there's different rates based on the sewer or the water meter in the homes. Like you have residential home 1 or 2 years costing like 18 a month or something just to add water service. And I only know the county rate is like 39 or 41.
Water or sewer?
Sewer, but it's based on the water meter size. That's a rate. They have tiered rates based on your water meter size. So we can look at changing the flat rate amount. So everybody has amount of increases. That way you know it's better pretty much too. Same thing though for our same conversation about our water rates. We were spending this can be $400,000 or about $500,000 on our street for water work and fixing the road over top of water. We paid out a couple bonds in the last 3 years. I think I sent a bond to email several of you guys about the bonds. And we still have one more that's good about July 2028, about 4 years out. Another good size one, $128,000, so that'll fall off. But we should probably bump up the water rate a little bit too to keep ahead of the game. Next couple of years, like 2026, by at least we have to have our water tower painted on the and cleaned on the inside. At least check and probably painted on the outside. So we guys look at some water rate decreases as well for those things. It wasn't for all of the copper rules that we were being forced to do when we looked at as the bonds come out, we'll free up money. But we're not spending it in large chunks. We're going to continue to do this with every other year for the next 10, 12 years as well. And then eventually, you know, maybe we'll ease off on those as that work gets completed.
The EPA's new rules usually not 10 years, is that right? So, but, yeah, I mean, there's,
How many communities think like large communities in the country have that?
Not a lot.
I think it's impossible.
I know managers are playing for.
It's like emission standards, Joe, it's just a goal.
Yes. So we're doing very good on our service leads, and we're that fills out a lot.
County communities are doing pretty well, actually, in terms of biting off chunks per year. You guys are doing pretty well overall. But in terms of 10-year compliance, it's going to be very tough.
Yeah, there'll be many that don't meet that impact water.
And it'll get extended.
But as far as increases to the water and sewer rates, like I definitely noticed that we haven't had any, and most communities have them every year. And those who don't are in trouble right now, or not one of those.
Because we had the dual blender, those bonds falling off, that was like $200,000 a year to put it together. So that freed up
Just the rates, raise the rates.
Yeah.
So before we get further down the road, we were already thinking about things that I talked last year, this year, about, you know, bumping up like $5, $10 here and there, so that money starts to get put back into the fund a little bit.
I'd rather do something small now and then do something huge later.
Yeah, that's so important. We've had a couple instances where the communities, were hesitant to raise rates, and then all of a sudden you got hit hard, and the community members are calling our office saying, why didn't you just increase that percentage every year? Why didn't you hit us with like 10% at once? So it definitely makes a huge difference. Received way better, so I agree. The more we can do, little by little.
Because we had a really pretty decent fund balance, and it was good bonds were going off, you know, about we would be yet, but yeah.
Okay. So this will be further discussed at the budget workshop. Okay. Any questions or feedback from council at this point? All right, we'll move on to item 10, or no items removed from the consent agenda, so we'll go to our second instance of public comments. Does anyone would like to speak? Seeing no one. We'll go to committee reports. Okay, Noda, I believe that's Councilperson Rojo, she's absent. Anyone attend that?
Not the last one, I went before, which we went before.
Okay. Planning Commission and Cable Commission?
The cable
Oh, we are going to interview, we received quite a few applications for the board member position, so, board committee did have the three today, and they're going to bring those people in for some interviews next week, so.
I'd like to see all of them when you get a chance.
Absolutely, I was actually going to put them in your board packet for Monday, so that you guys could see everything, and then they have the three that they thought would be the best.
Thank you so much.
For sure.
All right, Colleen, Trey?
Yeah, when, a few weeks ago,
two things which I really have, but I just want, so next week in the Michigan Street Court, there's gonna be, oral arguments concerning contract rezoning and the wording of the statute, and, what the statute allows, what the statute doesn't allow. I will be arguing that case, next week. And then in the early part of May, the Supreme Court will hear oral arguments on whether legislative bodies who form committees and without decision-making authority, whether those committees have to comply with the Open Meetings Act. I'll be arguing that case
That's the which side?
Because I've always been, well, I won't say my position yet.
So I can tell you on, I am of the opinion that the law is clear that if you don't have decision-making authority, you're not necessarily covered by the law. I always recommend you always, all committees and commissions to come on, but the question is, what does the law say?
Right.
They want to get to the bottom of this. Dana Nessel, filed on me, is pretty supportive of my position, and she's going to attack it.
Can you give me an example of what kind of committee you're talking about?
Well, so let's
There's
just,
lots of guys.
no, let's just say the perfect example is you guys are very busy with, village business, and we have a makeup department, and the chair said, the president says, what should we do with that department? You say, well, we should have, a plan on it. And then all of a sudden you want to do a little study of what should happen to the parks, we form a park committee, and the park committee just goes out and studies ideas for the park and brings back recommendations. Another forum. Less than a quorum, it never makes
That's where we go.
it never makes a decision, right? You just bring back a recommendation. Do they have to post and be minutes and do all the things that will be required to have an agenda? I would say it should, because I think the government needs to do that. But the question before the Supreme Court is, what does the law say? And the law really says that, if you're performing a legislative function, then you're a public body, subject to the government. On the contract rezoning, the question is a little more involved, but it basically centers on if somebody comes to you and wants to contract rezone for use in a certain zoning category, does the use have a pre-existing category? Or, conditional, or can they contract into it in the Supreme Court? I lost that matter at the trial bar, I lost the Court of Appeals, and the Supreme Court said, we want to hear it. So, that means that means.
You're gonna lose again.
Well, they won't take it if you're going to lose again, right? Normally, but we'll see. So, on that one, the real property section, we got the Michigan Thousand Association submitted a amicus brief. MML submitted an amicus brief. Yeah, all against it, but, it should be interesting. This all has to do with the situation up in Mayfield. Anyway, two interesting things that could affect us.
Yeah, I think very relevant, and I'm actually happy to get some, I would like the decisions, to have the clarity on it.
And I'll get back to you guys at the May meeting, because both of those oral arguments will have been, we won't have decisions, of course. But I can give you a feel for where the court, I saw the court. It's always interesting to argue in the Michigan Supreme Court. It's rare. Absolutely.
I have a attorney general opinion very clear. I thought that states that you know decision-making authority is not on you.
It's one of those, it can be, I just believe in all meetings should be open, should be allowed. So nobody can say, I didn't know about that. And, one of the other things about I'm talking is that I want to remind you of that, and remind you, boards up, when you do your, what's coming up now, council comments, right? There's been some discussions that, you raise something at council comment that you think is important, and then all of a sudden there's a discussion on forum, and then there's discussion on the topic. The public is saying, hey, I'm at home, if I had known you were gonna talk about the work being done on Smith Street, I would have come to the meeting because I had something to say. So we have to be careful. I'm just giving you a heads up on your comments, not to dive too far into a topic and debate it as a forum without it being on your agenda.
Thank you, very interesting. All right, let's go for some council.
Now with that said, nothing, I have nothing.
Are Girl Scout cookies okay?
I live for mine, so yes.
Right. Get out there and support your local Girl Scouts and go out and buy cookies. I think they do a lot of good in the community, and we just need to make sure that we're supporting them. So I have two of them at home, and
Do you have any in your trunk?
I may